Hello, we're here to learn what images sell, why, and how to create it. We want to take you to a point where today, after the session, you will know how to sell more. So let's dive into it. I'm Eduardo Jack. I'm the CEO and founder of Krome Photos. And Krome Photos is a technology company as well as an agency that can help you get images that sell. The data that we have and the learnings that we have, I'm going to share with you today so you'll be able to create images that sell right away. We've done 640,000 images for over 100,000 customers. We have 250 image designers and editors ready to go. The diagram that you see here outlines the technology that we have, which includes artificial intelligence, data, and editors. And what I'm sharing with you in the back here are some of the races that I've done, stage races, mountain bike stage races, like Costa Rica, 3-day, Trans-Portugal from north to south, 8 days. And then this one over here is the race across America, which we did as a team in 6.5 days. We won the age group during that year. And so let's get down to the images. So 83% of purchase decisions are made with an image, not a video, not a recommendation. As a matter of fact, the image is 2.5 times more influential than a video. So let's talk about what images sell. It turns out that most sellers today just have their product on a white background when they could have their product on a lifestyle or an infographic. As a matter of fact, we actually looked at 786,000 products on 3 categories and found that 86% of them were bare products on a white background. If they had images like this, they would have a rank that was 2.2 times higher, giving them 2 times as much traffic and likely 2 times as much sales, and also a 49% sales lift. Now, this is based on the data that we have. Your results may vary, but I know that you can sell more if you go from here. Why stop here when you can have a rank that is 2 times higher and a 49% sales lift if you had these kinds of images? So let's dive into the data that we found. So out of 786,000 products, about 180,000 were health and beauty. And what we found is that when we looked at that data, those sellers that had a white background were ranked around 700. And if you then looked at those sellers that had an image like what you see on the right with that beautiful woman, their rank was around 300. So that's 1.9 times better. What we've done to make things easier for you is we normalized that data. So instead of 700, we're using 100. Instead of 300, we're using 54. So moving forward, I'm using normalized data. Let's dive into clothing and shoes. We looked at about 200,000 of these products, and we found that they really made a big difference to have a lifestyle image. So focus on that image in the middle. Well, what is that? How would I use that? Why would I want that? Well, it's a handkerchief holder. But now when you look at it on that handsome guy, you go, I look like that. I have a jacket like that. I want to accentuate my jacket with that kind of handkerchief. Now this seller has actually done a really great job of providing lots of lifestyle images with all kinds of different guys on them, younger, older, African American, Latinos, and so on. And that has really helped him sell this product. Focusing on sports and outdoors, the same thing. 2.3 lift in rank. We looked, I think it was 300,000. There were a lot of products in this category. So if you look at that stand-up paddleboard, very colorful, very nice. But now when you look at the lifestyle image of that woman with her dog and the beautiful day outside and the clear water, you're like, I want to be there. I want to do that. And if you then complement that image with more images of kids and your husband or your wife, now you're like, this is something I want to buy, and you're going to press the buy button. We looked at before at the data. We looked at the rank information. Now we're going to focus on our customers, Krome customers, and how they're doing with this, with these images. How are these images affecting them? So again, focusing on health and beauty, we've seen that our customers have seen an improvement of 25% when you have these kinds of images. That's a big jump. right? Especially in a very competitive health and beauty category. Clothing and shoes, much higher jump, 67%. Totally makes sense. People need to visualize what this product looks like on me. How long is it? How does it fit? How long is the dress? How long is the apron, etc. And we do this all day for our customers, and their sales are up 67% by taking in the lifestyle image and the infographic information. And then lastly, sports and outdoors. Now this is a very somewhat mundane set of cards. If you just saw them on a white background, you'd be like, what are these? What do I need these for? But the lifestyle images bring in the context, and now you can visualize yourself doing yoga with them, doing yoga with your friends, doing core workouts, push-ups, sit-ups, and so on. And now these cards come to life, and you're much more likely to purchase them and to understand how they work. Now let's focus on how to create images that sell. What data do you need? Again, we're very focused on data here. What data do you need in order to have a successful lifestyle image or a successful infographic image? For lifestyle images, you want to know about who, where, and what. And we'll dive into it. And for infographics, you want to talk about benefits and features. The infographic image is key. That image is the one that's going to close the sale. If someone actually got to that infographic image, they are ready to buy. You want to tell them why they should buy your product, and you want to give them trust and credibility. So focusing on the lifestyle images, who, where, and what. This particular seller started with the middle of the curve by focusing on Caucasian models, European brunettes. And what she found is that her demographic was actually much broader, that she actually had a lot of African American and Latina customers. So we created the lifestyle images that appealed to those customers, so those customers could visualize themselves using that product. That made a huge difference in her sales. So sales went up significantly, and she started appealing to a much broader audience that could see themselves using her product. One of the things you want to think about is, as you think about these lifestyle images, you want to layer them. You want to think about who's the person who's using them, and how do I create an image that appeals to them. You want to think about what they're doing and where they're doing it. So one of the things that we learned in the first image is that it was a little too upscale, that makeup room in the background was kind of turning off some people, and that we then created some bathrooms that were more standard, or what you would see in any home in the United States, that appealed to the demographic that they were going after. So that's the where. The what, of course, is applying the piece, and then the who is the model. So let's focus on what data do you need for infographic images. Here, we talk about benefits and features. If someone gets to this image in your store, they are really thinking about buying it. You can close the sale here. Now, how you do that, the layout is important and the features are important. I cannot tell you how many sellers come to us and say, I want to talk about 6 features and 4 benefits, and I want to put it all in one image. I'm like, no, people are not going to look at that. It looks crowded. It doesn't give you the credibility and the trust. Focus on 3. If you need to say more, have more infographic images. This particular seller has a beautiful cursive logo, so we complemented with sans serif fonts, a nice clean look. Now let's talk about a few other ones. These are different sellers with a little bit more information, but it's still cleanly done, 3 or 4 features and benefits. And then one on the right is an important one. If you're thinking about buying that stovetop, you need to know if it fits in your kitchen. You need to know whether you have the electrical outlets necessary for it. So it's a little more complex, but it's still a clean look that brings trust and credibility. You should buy this product. This is a high quality product that's going to work in your kitchen. So how does Krome help you? We've talked about the why, we talked about the how. Let's talk a little bit about how we can help you. So we do all the work, you reap the benefit. We create images to sell, and we do it in very straightforward steps. The first step is a design, and we do the photo shoot. We can do that when you send us a product. We do sophisticated photo shoots of cooking items, putting things on beds, putting things on walls, putting things outdoors. and then we create the magic from that. We also can help you photograph it yourself. We even have a remote photography app so you can do that yourself. Then we create the lifestyle listing images. We then move to the lifestyle images and then the infographics. We do it all for you. So let's focus initially on the first step. This is a very crucial step. This is one where we have a significant differentiation because of the data, the artificial intelligence, and the expertise. As I mentioned to you, 640,000 images, 100,000 customers, 1.8 million design recommendations. What we want to do here is understand what your competitors are doing, who's winning, who's losing, what your demographic is, and how do we then create a whole set of images that together tell your story and sell your product. Once we have that, we focus on the photo shoot. Right? And again, you can either send us a product, or we can help you photograph it remotely, or we can use your images. Most people send the product because then we can use that photo shoot to photo shoot the lifestyle images or the infographic images. Then we focus on the listing images. We will give you a white listing image, PNG, white background, but we will also give you some enhanced images that will differentiate you on the page and on the search results. Like this. This is one of our customers with 4 of his products, and you can see how these products together are tied together. You can see that the oil and the cartridge are from the same seller. You can see that if you're interested in orange or pineapple taste, you have it here and you can pick the right one. And when you look at those versus the sponsored listings, you can see the difference. You can see how those images are much more interesting and much more likely for your customer to click on it. So we'll create the live images that are going to sell your product. We're very sophisticated in the way that we can shoot those products. We're very sophisticated in the images that we can bring to you. So in this particular case, we went from a simple Pyrex to a full setting in a dining room, right? That's important. We are also very careful about the chicken in this particular case, the dining room in this particular case, that it fits the demographic of the customer who's purchasing this. And that's important, and you want to be thinking about that. All these details will help your customer decide whether this is a product for them. Finally, we'll create the infographic images to sell your product. And we are very knowledgeable of what infographic images convey what information to your customers. So in this particular case, this is a tech product. It's an accessory to a phone. So it's got a nice clean look. In this particular case, we're focusing on a dog toy, right? Much more playful, much more interesting. We have a dog running and so on. And these two are two contrasting live infographic images that really help bring the trust and credibility that your buyers want to see when they look at these images. And again, notice the clean look. 3 features, 3 benefits. Well, thank you. I hope you've learned a lot about what images sell, the data, the why, and the how. And I hope you've seen that how we're helping our customers sell more. You can find this on Amazon SPN under the imaging section. Look for Krome Studio, Krome Photos. Note that we have 5-star ratings and our customers love us. I'm also available in the office hours after this session, where I look forward to answering any questions that you have and helping you sell more. We are here to help you. Thank you.